Falling in love isn't random, even though it can feel that way from the outside. Certain things a woman does, often without even trying, without any strategy behind them at all, quietly deepen a man's feelings over time, turning attraction into something far more lasting. Today, I'm breaking down 5 things women do that make a man fall deeper in love and stay till the end, because number 5 is the one that ties everything else together in a way most people overlook. Let's get into it. 1. She makes him feel genuinely respected. This might be the most underrated one on this entire list. A lot of conversations about attraction focus on romance, chemistry, physical connection, but respect is often the quiet foundation underneath all of it. A woman who speaks well of him, who doesn't belittle him in front of others, who values his opinion even when she disagrees with it, gives a man something a lot of relationships never actually offer him: the feeling of being genuinely respected, not just loved. Respect communicates something deeper than affection. It tells him his presence matters, his thoughts matter, and he's not just being tolerated or managed. Men remember deeply being respected by someone because it's rarer than most people realize. Oh, she stays secure instead of reactive. Security is magnetic in a way that's hard to fully explain, but easy to feel. A woman who doesn't spiral over every small uncertainty, who doesn't need constant reassurance to feel okay, who can sit calmly in ambiguity without immediately assuming the worst, creates a kind of stability that men fall deeper into over time. This isn't about pretending not to care or hiding your feelings. It's about genuinely trusting yourself enough that you don't need his every move to validate your worth. A reactive dynamic, full of anxiety and constant emotional fire drills, might feel intense in the short term, but it exhausts a relationship over time. Security, real and unforced, is what allows love to deepen instead of just spike and crash repeatedly. 3. She lets him be himself without fixing him. This one matters more than people give it credit for. A lot of relationships slowly become a quiet project of trying to fix or improve the other person, correcting habits, managing personality traits, subtly implying who they should become instead of who they already are. A woman who genuinely accepts a man as he is, quirks, flaws, imperfections included, without constantly trying to reshape him into something else, gives him something incredibly rare: the freedom to actually relax around her. Men fall deeper in love with women who make them feel like enough exactly as they are, not like a work in progress that needs constant editing. Acceptance, real acceptance, is one of the deepest forms of love there is. 4. She shows consistent warmth, not just passion. Passion is exciting, but it's not what sustains a relationship long term. Consistent warmth, small daily gestures of genuine care, checking in, remembering details, offering comfort without being asked, is what actually builds depth over time. A lot of women focus heavily on grand romantic gestures, believing that's what makes a man fall harder, when in reality, it's often the quiet, steady warmth shown on ordinary days that leaves the deepest impression. Passion fades and returns in waves naturally. Warmth, when it's consistent, becomes something a man starts to depend on, something that quietly convinces him this is a safe place to keep falling into, again and again. 5. She builds a life he wants to be part of. And here's the one that ties everything else together. A woman who has her own fulfilling life, her own goals, friendships, passions, purpose outside of the relationship, becomes someone a man doesn't just love, but genuinely wants to be part of. There's a difference between being someone's whole world and being someone whose world is so full and vibrant that he feels genuinely lucky to have a place in it. Men fall deeper in love with women who aren't waiting around for a relationship to complete them, but who are already living a life worth joining. This isn't about being unavailable or playing games. It's about genuinely valuing yourself enough to keep building a life you love, with or without him, which paradoxically makes him want to be part of it even more. Closing. So let's recap. She makes him feel genuinely respected. She stays secure instead of reactive. She lets him be himself without constantly trying to fix him. She shows consistent warmth, not just passion, and she builds a life he genuinely wants to be part of, rather than waiting for him to complete her. None of these require manipulation or strategy, and that's really the point. The things that make a man fall deeper in love aren't tricks. They're simply the natural result of a woman who respects herself, stays secure in who she is, and keeps building a full, genuine life. That kind of woman doesn't need to try to be unforgettable. She just naturally is. If this resonated with you, drop a like, subscribe for more relationship content every week, and let me know in the comments, which one of these do you already do naturally? See you in the next video.